imagine a year where I bought a DVD for $5.
Not only that, you bought a DVD of a Christmas movie that came out in November.
The year is 2001.
Hello and Merry November.
Merry November, everybody. Merry putting your Halloween decorations away.
Yes, Merry the worst time of the year, the lead up to Christmas.
Whoa, someone's a bit of a Grinch over
I'm
here.
a bit of a green boy.
Yeah, you should get that checked. I mean,
should.
that's not a good complexion.
Well, it's Oldie But a Goodie, the podcast where we talk about movies from 2001 in the order they came out in. And this week, we're doing a direct-to-video Christmas movie that I chose because I hate my co-host, Zach. And I'm Sandro.
Wow. Well, hi. Yes, I'm Zach. I'm hated. And now I know how much.
Prancer Returns. I've got the DVD right here.
Wow.
I've got
what
it.
a DVD it is.
It's marvelous. First of all, in Australia, in like 2000 and I want to say 10, the classification icons on our DVDs changed. It changed from like a blank sort of see-through look to one that's got some color in it, a bit of spice.
Yeah, but a pow.
And this one is the see-through one. So this is an authentic 2001 original release.
Wow.
Of Prancer Returns. And would you say that was money well spent, Zach? The $5
No.
I spent on this from Amazon.
What? How is that even a question? No. Well, it's $5. Now, was my experience worth $5? If someone paid me $5, would I go see this movie?
Yeah.
That is the real question.
I mean, our Patreons are, so...
Yeah, well, I guess that's already happened. But now, knowing that I've watched this movie, it is very questionable whether I'd accept $5. But it's to watch it with a friend, I guess, which definitely improved the experience.
If we watch this separately, I would be here fucking dead. I would hate everything.
Yeah, you would be ripping this movie to shreds as we speak.
Yeah, look, this movie was, not good, and not something that I would ever watch.
Yeah.
But it definitely wasn't terrible.
Yeah, well, and I think as we discussed at the end, that's not a good thing.
No.
Because if it was it's not so bad, it's good.
No, it's
Because
not.
they're the best kind of bad.
There's moments that are,
Yes.
but not the whole movie. The whole movie's kind of dull.
Yeah, it's just it's a very average Christmas movie, which is unfortunate. And I would say that like $5 is tempting to watch this movie, but I don't think I would.
I mean, $2.50 each, technically. I'm pretty
No.
sure I
If it's
took this...
$2.50, I'm declining for sure.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wait, you want more money to watch this movie?
Yes,
You're saying.
yeah.
I gotcha.
I'm not
I mean to
spending
buy.
the money.
Like,
Yeah.
I meant to purchase the experience.
Purchase
$2.50.
$2.50. No, I need to be paid $5 to see this movie. They need to be actively paying me.
Well, here's the thing, though. You only watched the second one. You only watched 2001 Prancer's Returns.
That is true. Sandro, you on the other hand, watched a very special movie from a very special year, much longer ago. Not any of this fancy 2001 with our cool intros. No, this is like making up bullshit for a cold opening kind of year, like back in the day kind of year.
1989.
Ooh.
Prancer. From a director who had only made horror films previously. Which
Was that the same in this movie?
No.
It did feel very horror movie.
There were moments. It was... I hated it at first.
Yeah.
Because it was very, like, Christian, the spirit of Christmas, Jesus shit that I don't like Christmas movies for.
Yeah. Which is strange, because this movie is about a magical reindeer.
Yeah, I like my Christmas movies either just being about families doing stuff, or the Santa Claus, you know?
Right, yeah. Well, that is a family movie. It's got
It's family.
It's got that classic, like, I'm a divorced dad, and I'm trying to date this woman. Like, there's a love interest and all that.
There is.
No, this definitely brings up questions.
Yeah.
So in the first movie...
Yes.
You're saying it was very Christian-focused.
Yes.
Like it had a bit at the start, at least.
It was like a lot of hymns, which, by the way, they're boring songs.
Whoa.
They're made so that people
Those
who can't sing can sing them.
Well, yes, that's true. But that's inclusive. Like, it's a bit of...
I want everyone to sing like Ariana Grande, the highest pitch.
Oh, God. No, I definitely don't want to hear that.
It was, she is the main character. She lives with her dad and her brother. Her dad's Sam Elliot, great fucking actor. He is a grumpy dad. Her brother is kind of a larrikin, a bit of a mischief maker.
A bit of a troublemaker.
Their mum's dead, and she's sad
Thank
about
God.
that. And she finds Prancer in the woods, and she's so convinced it's Prancer, and she's happy. And then she's got to try and take it to the ledge thing in the town so it can fly up and meet Santa, and that's the whole movie.
Okay, immediate question. Why does she think it's Prancer?
Because during the holiday decorations, she's walking on the street, and they've got like all 7 reindeer strung up upon like the lampposts and shit, and Prancer falls down, and she's like, something's up with Prancer. She's immediately like, oh my God, something's up with Prancer.
It's not shoddy decoration work.
No.
That's also a health and safety risk if it's falling near children.
Well, that's why I kind of liked the movie as we got into it, because the whole time I was like, no, it's not Prancer. It's just a reindeer that looks like Prancer, and and the actor was good. Her relationship with the dad was really good.
Okay.
So it was a pretty good family drama, and I was like, okay.
And this movie came out, 1989?
Yep.
So that's an old movie. So you got to give it props for that sort of thing.
It felt like a movie from the 60s that I would watch on like DVD, like the Disney Classic collection.
Wow. Hey, that's high praise. That sounds like a pretty good movie.
But then
okay. Can I
reveal that it is actually Prancer, and I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. You think it would have been a better movie if it was just like she realized it was just a regular deer?
Yep, I think that would have been better.
But then they like learn to keep it or something, and then they just have like a deer named Prancer, like as their pet, and it's like a town mascot, right? The town's like, oh, hey, look, it's Prancer, everybody, look. And then like that could be a little like tourist thing.
Yep.
Not really, but like it's
there is a moment in the original movie where a Christmas tree seller buys Prancer to use it as a tourist attraction to get more
damn it,
trees
I hate everything I have said ever. I will never speak about any theories.
That's in the movie.
But you see what I mean? Then you're right. So what would have happened is the child keeps the deer as like a pet.
Yep.
And then they like advertise it. Hey, look, it's Prancer, and some people come and it's like, ha ha ha, yeah, the deer, it's Prancer.
Yeah.
Don't worry, kid, pat pat.
Amazing. We love it. We love it.
That sounds like a very wholesome movie.
It was wholesome. It was very wholesome. I enjoyed most of it. Would I have ever watched it if it weren't for the podcast? No.
Yeah.
Would I give it a goodie? Probably not.
You sure?
It was.
Come
I just don't like
on.
Christmas. Well, because at the end it was all like, "Oh, magic of Christmas," and I'm like, "Fuck
Yeah.
off."
Yeah, okay. It sounds like I would have given this a goodie, and you would have given it an oldie.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I've got a bit of a soft spot for these wholesome little Christmas movies.
You do indeed.
They're my golden little turdy boys.
Oh,
I love them.
The fuck does that mean? And you're eating your turdy boys? Is that what's going on here?
Nope. I merely just smacked my lips out of the joy that was spewing forth.
Wonderful.
The questions I have. One, did Prancer have a diamond on its head in the first movie?
It did indeed, yes.
And was that a proper plot point?
That was part of the reason why everyone believed that it was Prancer.
Right, okay, gotcha. Did the dad believe it was Prancer before
The dad
it flew?
had no idea it was there until the very end of the movie.
Wow, that's fan-fucking-tastic. I love that. Okay,
Yeah,
all right. I have some more questions, but we'll get into them as the movie goes. Yeah.
We'll get into it when we get into Prancer Returns. But first, before we do that, quick plug for our Patreon. Patreon.com/oldiebuddygoodypod. If you like the spirit of Christmas, you're going to like the episode that we dropped last Wednesday of Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
I mean, Christmas is a strong term to use there, but yes, technically.
Super Christmassy. And if you love freedom, this Wednesday, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. It's a Vampire Hunter month over on Patreon.
Yeah,
sign up now.
I wonder which Vampire Hunter is the most effective and or holy?
It'd be Van Helsing.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Which we're not doing.
I mean, no, but like of these two, like one is the literal son of God, and one is president with a chin strap.
One is Abraham Lincoln, who, I mean, did some good things, I guess. It's up on Patreon right now. Plus, I accidentally dropped last week's episode like 12 hours early on Patreon by accident.
Woo!
I might just start doing that.
What?
When I finish editing them, I just release on Patreon.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you can't release them 12 hours early each time. Then that 12 hours early is the time that you dropped it last time, so you'd then have to do it 12 hours earlier of that.
That would need much more pre-recording than we are currently doing.
Yeah, no, and then it just gets progressively, so the dates just, like, skyrocket backward. I'm just saying, you can't do that.
Pretty wild. Anyway, let's bloody get into Prancer Returns with the other options from this week that I sent you on Discord.
Shit.
Your phone's on top of your mug.
It is.
I'm not cutting this.
Why not?
This is staying in.
You.
Because I am Santa.
Hey, but did you notice that when you sent it to me, we didn't notice because I turned my phone on
You
silent.
put your... The fuck? That's gross.
Wow, savage. Savage. All right. I don't even want to read these movies out. You know...
Wait, do we give away this DVD on Patreon?
If anybody wants it, please message us on Patreon. You can have it.
You can have it.
So, your options that you could have chosen were The Black Knight. Martin Lawrence plays a theme park worker who is transported back to medieval England. Which sounds like a fun movie. That sounded like a movie that we could do.
Yeah.
Because you know what that reminds me of, right?
Knight's Tale?
No, The Evil Dead.
Oh, Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
It's just Martin Lawrence is not as funny as Bruce Campbell, but,
no, not at all. But, I'll take Army of Dead Light, you know?
Army of Dead Lights, yes.
You know?
Instead of Army of Deadites.
Yeah, more.
Army of Dead Lights. Bloody pun.
God, you should be a podcaster. The Devil's Backbone. A 12-year-old orphan makes a horrifying discovery at an orphanage during the final year of the Spanish Civil War.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
That sounds too spooky me.
Ooh, I'm going to watch it eventually. I've been meaning to watch that film for a while.
I plan not to because it started off with a 12-year-old orphan.
Hello. Oh, wait, no, it would be Spanish. I can't do that accent. I am Spanish, but I can't do
I was about to say, you're looking at me for that one? In the Bedroom.
Ooh.
It's about a family and drama. It's apparently super good.
Oh,
and
yeah.
won lots of awards. And yeah, I didn't want you to pick it because it would probably be good.
Yeah. What is the Rotten Tomatoes score on that one? Let me actually have a
You go check that while I tell them about Out Cold, a parody of ski school movies from the 1990s.
Ooh, at 93%.
Whew, that's pretty high.
It's a high movie.
Like we are.
Oh, the director's making a movie that I really want to watch that's coming out in like a few months. Hell yeah.
Which is?
It's called Tar. It's about music. It's like Amadeus, but not at all like Amadeus.
No, wow. Wow, what a sell. Yeah, Out Cold sounded really cool because we've actually watched, what was it? The
Hot Dog the movie.
Hot Dog the movie. That's it. I thought of Hot Dog, whatever the sex kitchen movie was. The food.
Sausage Party.
Sausage Party. That was the first thing
yeah.
I thought of. And I'm like, no, that's not right. And then Sidewalks of New York. It's about a bunch of people in Manhattan who fall in love and get up to some funny shenanigans. Yep, sounded awful.
Funny. Yes, continue.
Is that your New York accent?
Yes, I'm from New York.
Spy Game. A CIA dude finds out that his friend is in trouble over in China, so he goes to help him out.
Oh, it's a bit of a spy trouble in Little China. Big Trouble in... Fuck. It's a good movie, though. And not that one, the one that I'm trying to make fun of. That John Carpenter directed.
Wow. That was a joke.
Let's talk about Prancer Returns. I got some deets. You might think this is a direct-to-video movie. There's not going to be any info about this movie. And you would be correct.
I fucking hope so.
But I did some research.
Oh, no. Why?
This film was released November 20th.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, no, that is the big question. This is a Christmas movie. I think it's to jump on it early and avoid the later Christmas movies that will all come out during December, right?
Oh, I think there are some big ones that we are going to be...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They wanted to get the jump because they knew their movie was so mediocre that there was no way it was going to compete with that.
Pretty shit. And it's also on DVD. You see this on the shelves at Kohl's.
Oh,
You're like, fuck no.
Yeah.
But one grandmother might buy it for their
You're like, I'll get this for a Christmas present for my grandson. He reviews movies on a podcast. He'll love this.
That actually, though, content... Send your grandmother out to a video store to buy us some random movie that she thinks we should review. Yeah. That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty epic.
You'd probably just get a Marvel film, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Marvel. That's not fun. I don't want to do that here on the show.
Well, depends on when the Marvel movie came out.
Oh, Man-Thing from 2004.
Oh, now we're talking.
Filmed in Australia.
Next week.
No. Oh, I forgot. Before we get into more details, we have to do hints for next year's... What we're doing next year.
Right.
Last time... it was your hint.
Yep.
And you said we're not doing the 2000s again.
Yep. Yeah, that was my small hint.
Your small hint. What's a good hint for me? Okay, so the latest we've gone, because we've done 94, 87, and 84.
Yes, 84 has been our oldest films that we have watched.
Yeah. Let me just say that next year we're going further back than we ever have before.
Oh my god, where no two white podcasters have reviewed before.
Exactly.
Copyright
strike.
Oh, no.
Okay, this film was directed by Joshua Butler, who has done a lot of TV work for everyone's favourite channel, the CW.
Oh, good.
He's directed Vampire Diaries.
Oh, good.
He's directed the originals, the spin-off of the Vampire Diaries.
Oh, good.
He's directed Shadowhunters, the Mortal Instrument TV show that everyone hates.
Oh. I was interested for a second until you finished that.
That checks out. This looks like a CW. Because there were moments where you were like, seems a bit cheap. And I was like, I know this guy's directed CW stuff, and this makes a lot of sense.
Yep. That is fair.
That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a fucking director for hire job. You don't make this because you're passionate about it.
No, you're making... This is a very for the money sort of movie. But it's made with, like, decent directing. Like, it's by the books, right? It's not super out there. It doesn't surprise me at any point during the plot whatsoever.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, it's played by the book, but it's done okay by the book,
right.
you know? It's still done by the book, you know?
He did decently with the kid. Like, I don't know how you make that kid act, you know?
That kid was not an actor, but he looked cute, and that's the only reason he had
That's
this
the reason
job.
he's in this. And look, the director got him to act, so good work.
Yeah.
Good work.
Yeah.
You got him to show some emotions.
A bit of privacy.
Yeah. But yeah, the writing, this is written by Greg Taylor, who also wrote the first film.
What?
Yeah. The definition of phoning it in, this is literally the same movie. So...
Oh, nice. Wow, they took a cushy contract there, didn't they? They were like, oh yeah, make a sequel. All right. Let me copy, paste, move a word or two. Yeah. Done. There you go.
I'll add the internet.
They didn't even add Junior after Prancer's name. No. They just called it Junior. They just called it Prancer. Yeah.
You know what else he's written though?
What else has he written, Sandra? Enlighten me.
Jumanji.
Oh, like the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
That's actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it's really good. I love Jumanji.
And I mean, it sounds like the first Prancer movie was alright.
That's fine.
This is just the copy of the first movie, so it's just, yeah.
Young Charlie is played by Gavin Fink. Mm-hmm. He's done one episode of X-Files.
Yep.
Look, he is fine, I guess.
Yeah, he's a child. It is a well-known fact that I hate child acting.
Yeah.
He's not the worst child actor we've seen.
No.
But he was very far from the best. I give him a D.
A D?
Which is very high on the child acting.
You give him a D for that's a dumb kid, actually.
Yeah, that is dumb. Don't come back.
Well, they never made another one.
Yep.
Robert Clark plays his brother, Ryan. He was the lead of a sci-fi kids TV show called The Zack Files.
What?
Yes.
You're kidding.
It lasted 52 episodes.
52? Holy crap.
The final episode was called Zacchio and Juliet.
I hate everything.
That's much research as I did on that.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to have to go watch Zacchio and Juliet.
Zacchio, just the last episode. The real bottom of the barrel for the Zack Files. Let's get on to the adults. John Corbett plays Tom. He's the nice man. There's two men. Yeah. There's a nice man.
There's the love interest, and then there's the evil villain.
Evil man. Nice man is, John Corbett. He's Aiden from Sex and the City, which I've never seen, but maybe people like him. I don't know. The evil man is Michael O'Keefe, playing James. He's from the TV show Roseanne, the sitcom. He's from a sitcom, which makes sense. He's got like a sitcom sort of energy.
Yeah, I liked his energy though. I liked his vibe. His lines were very creepy.
Yes.
And his motivation seemed questionable. And he just seemed questionable in general.
Yes, he's a subtle man, I say.
Just like your way of drinking. But
there's a button on my water bottle I've got to press to get the water out, and I didn't press it.
Yeah, you just spilled water everywhere. Good job. All right.
Stacey Edwards is Denise, the mum. Yes. She was Sylvester Stallone's love interest in Driven.
Of course. Of course. That's where I've seen her before. I thought I had.
From Driven. I love that movie.
I was driven insane.
It's pretty terrible.
I give that movie a D for drive me away from that movie.
Yeah. And Jack Palance is Old Man Richards. He's like the biggest name actor in this. He's in films from the 50s all the way up until the mid-2000s, like Sudden Fear. Damn good film.
Yeah, and you can see it, because I genuinely enjoyed his acting and character.
Yeah, halfway through the movie, you were like, hey, he's good.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, this guy's definitely the best character and best actor. And you're like, yeah, he's in loads of shit. And I was like, oh, I was right.
Yeah. You actually guessed it.
Yeah, I was.
Imagine if you said that for the kids. You would have looked like a right fool.
Yeah. You'd have to go through at least 14 million universes to find one where I would do that.
Yeah, true. True. All right. Reception.
All right.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What? Technically, there's only two.
Only two critic
reviews.
But the audience score also positive, 62%.
Which is more reasonable, but still a bit high. But I think if you're watching this movie, you're seeking out this movie.
Yeah.
You're not picking you could be a grandmother picking it up for your son for Christmas.
You could be.
But here's the thing. That child's never watching this movie ever, so they're never going to review it because they're never watching it.
It's just like the movie Lassie that we did during our first year. I put it on my shelf, didn't touch it until for some reason we had to review it for the podcast.
Yeah. How did that happen? Who knows? It was fate.
No idea what this made, because obviously direct to video, but the budget was approximately $4 million.
4? Wow, that's higher than I thought it was, to be honest. I would have guessed like 2.5 mil.
Yeah, I think there's some effects, there's some filters they need, and they need to hire...
the blue one.
The blue one. And, I don't know, the reindeer, I guess.
The brown one.
You have to pay for the reindeer.
Yeah, they paid $2 million to this reindeer and its handler. Good old Doc.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. No taglines according to IMDb. But I got the DVD right here.
Oh, no.
There's a bloody tagline on it.
Oh, God. Please read it out.
It's time for... This is the taglines that are on the box.
Wow, I thought you were introducing a new intro to the tagline segment. It's time for taglines.
Taglines.
It's the part of the show where we get the direct $5 DVD box that we bought off Amazon.
Yeah.
And we read out the taglines on it.
All right, here it is. Faith in Christmas can bring the family back together. Now, first of all, the mum's divorced. We never even see the dad. So they don't bring the family back together. The son does return, but, they don't bring the family back together. Also, it's not Faith in Christmas.
Yeah.
That for the first one, maybe. In this one, no, it's just a reindeer. They don't give a shit about Christmas,
Yeah,
really.
no, Christmas isn't really a big part of this film. It's more just Prancer.
All the bonus extras. We've got a Escape Antler Ridge interactive game.
Oh.
Prancer's Maze game. Mm-hmm. And printable colouring in pages on the DVD-ROM.
I do miss DVD-ROMs, and they're like random bullcrap that they add on.
Yeah.
Just for funsies.
Yeah.
I kind of want to, like, play the game. To review the game.
I don't have a disc reader.
But I might.
You might?
So I might borrow the DVD at some point. We'll see how it goes.
That means I've got to keep it. Fuck.
Yes.
Alright.
For now, anyway.
How about the back of the box?
Oh, yeah? What have we got?
8-year-old Charlie Holton's life is about to change. Deep in the mountain woods, he discovers a gangly baby reindeer. It's pretty full grown.
Yeah, no, it's nearly as massive as it's in the scene where it goes to fly up with the other reindeer. It is the same size as the other reindeer. It is a fully grown reindeer.
Believing this must be Prancer, Santa's reindeer. No, he thinks it's the sun. It's not Prancer.
Yeah. No, that's false. Maybe you didn't want to spoil it on the DVD.
Maybe. Charlie takes the gentle creature home to care for him until Christmas. Charlie even emails Santa Claus, telling him to pick up Prancer on Christmas Eve.
Okay, that's blatant lying because he doesn't email Santa. He goes on Google, and then this is a point for later. He types in Santa Claus, and it instantly sends him to a website, without coming up with like a Google search option.
Yeah.
Without loading, it instantly sends him to a Santa website where he types in a chat box that you can send a message to Santa.
An info collecting agency.
Yeah, well, I guess it might be an email in that case.
Prancer Returns is the magical story of a boy who finds a reindeer and a family that finds itself. Again, not really. What would your tagline be?
My tagline be, boy gets lost in the bluest fucking woods I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And kidnaps a wild animal to live in his house.
This is not a tagline. This is a full background thing.
Where the reindeer then goes on a rampage, assaulting a man and then avoiding the law.
My tagline will be, Prancer's back. And this time, he's prancing. Oh, what does that mean? Nothing. He can fly. Let's get into the
Prancer
plot.
won't be the only thing prancing at the end of this Christmas.
Ooh.
Don't know what the fuck that
Not
means.
sure at all, but
That's
it's
the tagline.
pretty saucy.
The spirit of Christmas is kidnapping wild animals and then releasing them to jump off cliffs.
That's right.
Ever wish you could go back in time to the Saturday mornings of your childhood, eating cereal and watching your favorite cartoons? Well, we don't provide the cereal, but we do have a cartoon time machine to take you to animated shows of the past, present, and future. And even just some stuff that doesn't exist, but wouldn't it be cool if it did?
We're your animates, Katie and Scarlett, and we'd like to invite you to join us on our podcast, Cartoon Time Machine, releasing new episodes of cartoon fun times every Sunday morning.
We're two film majors who love to talk cartoons and get way too into them. So if you want to hear two adults getting way too invested in the world of Steven Universe,
or answering the age-old question of whether Sugar Mama would beat General Maya in a fight,
we're just trying to figure out what Tom Kenny voiced in every show, tune in to Cartoon Time Machine, part of That's Not Canon Productions. See you there!
Alright, let's get into the bloody plot of Prancer Returns. It opens with a callback to the first movie.
Which is?
Charlie on the street, looking up at the reindeer ornaments across the lampposts, and seeing that Prancer is not among them.
And he's like, what the blimey, there's been a mix-up.
Oh my god. Yes, that's what he's like, yes.
Like, oh, blimey, they've mixed up the decorations they've just forgotten a reindeer. Well, I'm a child and I have a short attention span. This fact does not intrigue me in any way, shape or form.
No.
I'm going to continue on with my rest of my life, not giving a shit.
Excuse me, sir, can I have a reindeer?
Fuck off, kid.
Oh, I'm a teen now. My voice broke. Fuck you, actually.
Oh my god, kid, your voice broke mid-conversation? That's crazy.
Yeah, it does that sometimes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I think this kid is the devil.
Yeah, I'm the Antichrist,
Oh, well, hey, way to go with the Christmas theme, am I right? Christ, am I right? Let's sing some carols, why don't we?
Yeah, so it's the same town as the first one.
We wish you a Merry
fucking
Christmas.
fuck you.
Yeah, same town as the first one.
Yeah. And they've got the local legend of what happened in the first one, how Prancer visited a young girl and then went up into space with Santa.
Yeah. This movie takes place 10 years after. Now, Sandro, does that make sense with the story from the first film that this town has an entire specific tradition of celebrating the release of Prancer to...
What you're asking is, did the town witness Prancer going up and joining...
that was my initial question when they first introduced this. I interrogated you mid-film. I was like... Oi, boy, how the fuck do these townfolk know about Prancer?
Yes. Well, if you must know, no, it was only the girl and her dad that saw the Prancer.
So the town took at face value what this recently grieved child...
Yes.
Who is now obviously desperate and alone and is now attached to this wild animal.
Yes.
Is taking them... And this begrieved man who's recently lost his wife.
Yes, he's sad, he's losing his farm, he's a grumpy boy, he's like, I'm Sam Elliot, I'm sad.
Yes. And so they're taking what they say for verbatim.
Yes.
That they found a deer that was the Prancer.
Yes.
And released it to Santa where it flew up. And they didn't just kill a deer in the woods.
Yes. Well, here's the thing, though. No town member from the first movie is alive, so I think, potentially, they all died.
Oh, okay.
There was some sort of, like, water sewage treatment issue. Okay. Everyone in the town is dead or moved to a different town.
Right.
New people have come in, and, I don't know, they have heard the story, and they're like, it's pretty fun.
Well, it was in the newspaper. I believe you said it was in the newspaper, right? So you're saying that everyone moved out or died?
Yes. So, Charlie, he's like, I need a dad or something. His brother's like, I'm going back to Chicago to live with my dad or something. And Charlie's like, don't leave, I'm gonna be lonely.
Yeah, because they're recently divorced, and so it's up in the air. They've moved back to their mother's hometown.
Yeah.
So obviously the family's going a bit through turmoil because of the recent divorce. So it's all a bit hairy, and he's a bit sad. He's a bit of a lonely kid. He needs a friend. He needs a four-legged, furry, wild animal to be in his house and shit everywhere and eat his cereal.
Eat his Fruit Loops.
Yes. My canon of this movie.
Yes.
Everything happens as normal, except right at the very end where Prancer goes up, he dies. He just keels over and they're like, what? And they go, oh yeah, he was super constipated because he ate only Fruit Loops. And that's really bad for deer.
In the first movie, Prancer only eats gingerbread men.
Oh, that's got to be worse. I mean, but also if it's a
Fruit Loops have nothing.
No, but I
mean,
like they're bad for you. They're both bad for you. But I mean, for constipation,
constipation. Yeah.
Surely gingerbread would clog up a system better.
Unless
than
Prancer is lactose intolerant.
That is true. Well, that's really funny because during this movie, there's a main plot point where the deer only drinks milk.
Yep.
Which I guess is their answer instead of gingerbread men, because they talk about milk being very Christmassy, right?
Yes.
Because you put out a glass of milk for Santa, right?
Well, some people do, yes. You put out a glass of milk and a bloody cookie.
Yes. But they didn't do cookies and milk.
No.
They just did milk.
Just milk.
Which is the least Christmassy stuff. Like, maybe... why not have the deer drink eggnog or milk and cookies?
That would involve alcohol.
Yeah? I want to see a drunk deer, don't you?
What, like in Bachelor Party?
Yes. Wouldn't that have been funny if the deer went, like, around town and you see the kid running after the deer who's drunk off its mind?
That would be pretty funny.
It runs into a homeless person, and the homeless person's like, what the fuck?
This is crazy.
It's a deer, man. But in the first movie, it makes sense. If it is a magical deer, that it would only eat gingerbread.
Only eat gingerbread men. Okay, so at school, Charlie
gets bullied into throwing a snowball.
Yes, a snowball at a bad man. There's the good man and there's bad man.
Yes.
Bad man gets thrown because he's vice principal.
Yes, and do you know why he's bad?
Because he's trying to bang his mum.
The reason he's bad is because the movie says so.
Oh, right.
Because all principals are bad people and none of them are dedicated to their jobs.
Well, vice principal.
Oh, he's a vice principal. Oh, yeah, never mind. My point's out of the window. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, no, vice principal. All evil. All evil.
All evil. I mean, so then,
I mean, did you see what he did during the film? He put him in detention after throwing a snowball, which is a known rule that you're not supposed to break.
Don't do that.
And that's it. That's all he does during the film.
It's pretty... he tries to get Prancer put down.
That's true. The wild animal that bit him.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Charlie goes then walking home at night, because now it's nighttime. Except, no, it isn't. The movie wants you to think it's nighttime, but what is actually happening is whenever you walk into the forest, it turns into nighttime because a blue filter goes over everything for no reason.
I don't think it's trying to make you think it's nighttime.
It looks like bloody nighttime to me.
It does, but it's only because they use such a aggressive blue filter. I think it's trying to be like, in the forest, it's like twilighty. It's magical, right? Yeah, well, it makes sense that... I mean, we do see a deer Thanos snap into snow.
We do, yeah. So he's walking through the forest. He's hearing spooky sounds. Yeah, and the kid's like, oh my god, I'm bloody pooping my pants.
To be fair, in real life, a deer's cry is terrifying.
Pretty scary.
And it's literally caused folklore of, like, screaming banshee demons.
That's right.
Because of deer that sound so terrifying, because they do.
It's pretty scary, but here's my counterpoint. This is a weird kids movie, and I don't know why this is in it. This is the film. It's odd. Yeah. Because then Prancer appears, and there's a jump scare. Like, you kind of see Prancer's tail in the background as Charlie's turned around and having a look throughout the forest. You see the tail. Then Charlie turns around. Oh, massive, fast zoom in on Charlie's face. Oh, fast zoom in and out and zoom in and out of the Prancer's faces going...
Oh, God. It's classic terrible garbage. But
bad.
do you know what makes it all better?
What makes it better?
That the whole thing's fucking blue as shit the whole
blue.
time. I
Very
thought he was
blue.
wearing lipstick. It's that blue. It's like he looks frostbitten blue.
Every time in the first film, the only thing about the first film that, in terms of the child actor, the only thing that she ever did that annoyed me was whenever she cries, it's so obviously someone's just splashed water on her face.
Yeah.
So that was annoying. And whereas in this one, the big annoying part is whenever he goes into the forest, he looks like he's dying of hypothermia.
Yeah, because it's super blue. They just like, you think Twilight's bad, but they're blue. They turn it up to 11 in this film.
It's pretty bad.
They just like, the fucking red, green, fuck those colours.
Yeah.
Fucking in the floor.
Get out
only
of
blue.
in the bin. So then Charlie's like, well, I better go see what this reindeer wants. Oh my god, there's a dead adult reindeer. And I was like, oh my god, they killed Prancer.
Yeah! It brings up a lot of questions.
How did Prancer die? Does Santa just get tired of his reindeer?
Yeah.
Get him killed?
Well, whoa. I wouldn't go making any accusations against the big man, you know? He's big because he's fat. Just FYI.
Oh, right. Thanks for that. Yeah,
I'm just clarifying.
Because he's not
Santa.
powerful. He's a piece of shit. He's a fucking soy boy. I'll tell you that much for free.
Whoa.
Yeah, you heard
I don't
it
want
here
to start.
first.
I don't want to start any beef with Santa on this
Santa,
podcast.
he get woke, go broke, Santa.
Whoa. I don't think anybody's getting woke in Santa. Look, let's be real. Santa's the least woke. He's enslaving elves.
He's a pretty woke man.
But yes, the magic of Santa does not express to eternal life for his reindeer.
No, but like, why was Prancer just getting slow? Couldn't keep up with the rest of the pack? Does Prancer decide to die and then have a kid be born? Who does Prancer make the kid with? Was one of the other reindeer?
Yeah.
Or with Santa?
That is an accusation I'm not even going to start with. But no, it does bring up a lot of points, like why in the world is the reindeer here of all places?
Yes.
Is it just a coincidence, or is Santa like, I remember last time where I accidentally left a reindeer in this place. It worked out pretty well. Let's do it again.
I wish that we saw the Santa Claus
Is
from these
Santa
movies.
outsourcing the reindeer to just random good children out there to get them trained? But why? Like, there's so many things that could have gone wrong in this film. It's just like, why?
Maybe Prancer just knew too much. Maybe Prancer started doing an investigation into some of the not good things.
Prancing a little too long, you know? Prancing into areas he shouldn't be looking into.
Yeah, he shouldn't be prancing into, that's right. Yeah, Prancer then got pranced because of the prancing that Prancer was
with a
doing.
lance.
No.
He got stat like javelin style. Just
No, I was going to say just with like a knife.
Oh!
Santa just stabbed him with like a candy cane knife.
Okay. Well, I was about to say, that's not very crisp.
And he was like, ho, ho, ho! As he was stabbing him. Or would it be more like, ho, ho, ho?
Yeah, no, it's... First off, it's definitely the second. But I want to see that scene where he's going, ho, ho, ho! Stabbing a deer as, like, Santa's gone serial killer.
Yeah. Does Santa speak reindeer?
No.
Or do the reindeers talk English, but they're just pretending not to in these movies?
Well, they understand it, but they lack the vocal cords to...
So then Santa talks reindeer. Because Santa communicates with his reindeer.
How?
By going...
At what point does he do that in this
We
film?
don't see Santa, and he's probably doing it. That's what I'm saying.
You're making a lot of accusations here
I think
with
Santa's
no basis.
actually a reindeer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why is that your theory, and how does this affect the film?
Because we don't see anything about Santa in this movie.
Yeah.
And I want him to be a fucking crazy monster.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Charlie is then like, oh my god, there's a dead Prancer and a Prancer Jr.
Yeah.
I'm going to go run to my neighbor who does not like trespassing, and I'm going to jump the fence, and then a cow's going to chase me.
Okay. He's taking a shortcut to his house.
Okay. No, here's what it actually is. In the first movie, there's a part where the young girl goes sledding. And she sleds into this old lady's house who doesn't like trespassers. And she's like, get out, you damn trespassers!
Yeah.
It was a throwback to that because then they become friends.
Yes, but I'm just saying that's why he's running through there. He's not like, I'm just going to run through this random person's household for no reason.
Saw this kid. He's a nutcase. Yeah, he's crazy.
I agree, but he is definitely racing home right now, and he is just cutting through a field like a maniac. He then goes through a field and gets chased by a cow.
That's great.
Which only happens with bulls because they're super aggressive.
Yeah.
Because they're horny.
With horns on their head.
Yes. And then, this old man's like, hey, kid, I'm going to wave a shotgun at you.
Yeah.
Get off my property. Yeah.
But anyway, Prancer follows him home. Well, Prancer, the adult Prancer. And then the dead Prancer turns into snow.
Yeah.
Magic dead Prancer turns into snow.
Which confirms that there is magic and this is probably Prancer going on. Because up to that point, we only see this from the perspective of the child. So maybe the child is just...
Technically, we see it from the perspective of the director.
Yes.
And the director's showing us what...
But the director is also insane and high.
Counterpoint. Works for the CW, does not give a shit, is constantly on drugs.
There you go. That's where that extra $2 million went.
Yes.
The deer drinks some milk. And apparently that's what the deer wants. And then the kid goes back to the old man and it's like, hey, can I get some milk off you? Because you have a cow. And the old man's like, why do you think I have milk? And he's like, you have a cow. And he's like, that's a fair point you bring up. But cow's barren. Doesn't have any milk.
Doesn't have any milk. And then Charlie's like, the magic of Christmas.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not, though.
All the excitement of the cow chasing him through the field made the cow be able to produce milk again.
That might be it. No. But yeah, he's like, cow, please produce milk. I'll need it for the reindeer so we can meet Santa. I would have liked it maybe if the reindeer was there and the reindeer used, like, magical powers or something. But no, we just see milk.
Speaking of wanting to see Santa, the kid's then like, all right, I've got to get in touch with the big guy upstairs.
Yes.
Santa Claus. God is Santa Claus.
Yeah, whoa.
And
New theory. God is a Santa, deer, bull, God hybrid.
God hybrid. Oh my God, it's the Minotaur.
Yeah.
Oh, Santa Claus is the Minotaur and is also God.
Yes.
Oh, and then Prancer's Jesus because the bull fucks his reindeer.
Oh, no. I mean, isn't Prancer really an allegory for Jesus?
Prancer dies.
Yeah.
For all of our milk.
Yep.
I don't know. Anyway, he sends Santa Claus an email, kind of, not really, as we went over earlier.
Yeah,
he goes into a website called Santa Claus in Cyberspace, which is fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And sends him a message.
I mean, that does sound like something someone would make. It's just like the fact that he gets there instantly and then he just,
Oh, and again, we've done a lot of movies with like weird uses of the internet this year. This is one of the better ones. This one seems
it makes the most sense, although the movie directors clearly take some liberty with the internet and just skip bits.
Yes, there's no massive loading screen, there's no...
I can't imagine why they cut that out.
I would have loved that. Speaking of... Prancer takes a shower.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we see a very almost slapstick scene where he gets into the bathtub and then knocks over like a tub of bubble bath.
It's like an E.T. scene.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And then he finds some like plant growing on the shelf and he climbs up. While he's climbing, his foot slips on the tap. And now he's pouring water with the bubble bath and oh my goodness, Prancer's giving himself a bubble bath.
And Charlie walks in and is like, what's going on in here? And Prancer sticks his head out like, I got bubbles on me, bitch!
Yeah.
That's very funny.
It is pretty good.
That's good.
And then Charlie's solution to the situation, because then his mother wakes up. His mother wants to take a shower, so she comes around and he's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to get naked with this deer.
Yep, and have it. Now, here's my thing.
What?
Wet animals have a smell to them.
Yeah.
Deer, especially a wild deer, probably would be a bit pungent in the shower.
Yeah, but there was an entire like bottle of bubble bath.
Potentially, that could have masked the scent.
Yeah. I think they got lucky with the bubble bath. If it was just the regular water, the mum would go, "Oh, kid, you stink."
Stinky.
And he's like, "Yeah, that's why I'm in the bath."
Yeah.
The mum.
So he's like, all right, I'm cutting it pretty light. Like, this is getting a bit dangerous having Prancer at home. I'm going to figure out a place for Prancer to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to school, though. Oh, no, Prancer's followed me to school. Fuck, I fucked up, actually.
Yep. And while Prancer's at school, all the kids come out and like, "Oh, there's a deer. There's a dangerous wild animal. Let's get closer." And then...
I want to have a shower with that deer, said one of the kids, and I was like, fucking okay.
That's a bit of a weird thing to say.
All right.
Then Mr. Clock's like, "A deer? In my hallway? And not in my bathtub? Quick!"
This is not good. I'm going to grab my ruler and I'm going to poke at the deer.
Yes. And he goes out and he's like, "Kids, step back. This is a wild animal. Quick, get the security."
Yes.
And then Charlie's like, "No, Prancer, leave him alone."
And then Prancer's like, bite him? Copy that.
Fuck this vice principal
Yeah,
up.
pretty bad. And now the vice principal's been bitten by a rabid deer.
Yeah, and he's like, "Kill this deer."
He wants it
Let's
dead. He
glock
wants it
him.
dead. He has a conversation with Charlie, and he's like, "Charlie, let me know. Come on, man. I'm like your dad figure, right? Tell me what's up." And Charlie's like, "I can't trust anyone over 9. And you're not my father."
Yeah. He's really good with kids, because what he says is, "I am like your dad. I'm gonna kill this deer."
Yeah, great with kids.
Great with kids. "I want to fuck your mum, and I'm gonna kill your best friend."
Oh, we didn't talk about it. He had a date with the mum, and then
it was super
kissed her.
creepy.
She wasn't into it. It was just
super creepy,
fucked
very
up.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Most villain moment of the character, I think.
Not a great moment.
Big creep.
Don't do that, man.
Yeah.
More like Mr. Knock, more like Mr. Dick.
Head.
Yes.
So he takes the deer.
Yeah, he runs away with the deer into the forest.
The woods. Yeah,
and then there's a big search party.
Yeah, because he's gonna catch hypothermia and die.
Well, he almost does.
Yes.
For some reason, decides to sleep out in the open, which is bad.
Well, he huddles up to some rocks and he has Prancer's carcass to crawl into for warmth.
No,
and he
Prancer's
says
alive.
he says the words, "I thought they smelled bad on the outside."
Technically not true, because Prancer would have just had a shower.
Oh, that's true.
So,
he smells lovely. He smells of
lovely,
an entire tub of bubble bath.
Actually, I think the insides would smell better than that.
Yeah.
That's pretty smelly. And we get an original song. Oh, the song that plays during the menu, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking terrible. It's
bad.
like if there was a Kids Bop version of a song Celine Dion wrote for a Disney movie.
Oh, boy.
That's how I describe it.
It was rough. Hey, but at least they played it at the very ending as well, right?
Played it twice. They play almost every song in this movie at least twice.
Yeah, it's almost like the sound guy couldn't be fucked.
It's just barely showed up to work.
Yeah, like he's like, "Oh, great, here's some fucking Christmas music."
Yeah.
Oh, look, here's the fucking... what's it in that chase scene that we'll get to in a bit?
Yeah.
The Nutcracker song.
Nutcracker, the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy.
That's it. That's it.
The one.
Oh, God. I thought that was...
Skirt, 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 skirt.
Yeah, it goes like that.
That one, yeah.
I thought that was crazy for a second. That would have been way more epic in that chase scene.
Banger. That would have been better. Bing, bing.
What's going on now?
Prancer.
Gotta save Christmas now. Bing, bing.
It's fucking terrible.
Oh my god, I want an edit. The credits, right? The credits roll, and then it puts the side screen where it has the scrolling credits on one hand, and a screen on the other, and the screen is showing Prancer, but he's CGI, and he's singing a Crazy Frog song, and then you just have the kid bopping out doing his dance moves.
It's weird that Crazy Frog became that original song is great.
Yeah.
Some of the edits are really good, but it became such a... They were video games.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck happened with Crazy Frog, man?
It was an early meme, and as
crazy.
all early memes are, they're all garbage.
Then Charlie is trying to teach Prancer to fly, but he falls off the cliff like a dum-dum.
Yeah.
He falls straight onto rock. Somehow doesn't crack his head or fall unconscious.
To be fair, A for effort.
Yeah, sure.
He does go flying.
D for should be dead.
Yes. Yeah. D for don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah, wow. What a... And then he's, like, got to get picked up at the SES, and they take him to hospital.
I thought there was going to be more of a scene here, because he jumps off the cliff, and then Prancer has to go get the mum and the good boyfriend figure, and they come running after, and I thought there was going to be this whole struggle scene where the boyfriend, dad, good guy fella does like a climbing down to save the child, and the mum's like, oh, you saved him.
No.
You're so much more of a dad figure than all of the other previous men.
I mean,
I've
if
been
this
with."
was the actual end of the story, then yes.
That's
a lot
but
more left to
unfortunately, there's as you pointed out during the movie, I was like, oh, this is the end of the film, and you were like, nah, there's another 20 minutes. I'm like, fuck. You're right, because they instantly just cut to him on a stretcher being taken away to hospital.
Yeah, exactly. Which happens in... I can't remember why she ends up being hurt in the first one, but something happens with the main character in the first one. She's also got to be...
Yeah. Well, it's the same script. They just changed a few words.
Yeah, it's the whole same thing. So, because now the mum is hanging out with Tom. Now, Tom's the good guy. He's a cool-looking dude. He looks like Adam Sandler crossed with David Arquette, you know?
Yeah. He's even got the little soul patch to boot.
Soul patch, he's kind of losing his fringe a bit, so he's got to comb it over.
Oh, yeah. It is a look.
It is a look. And, he's kind of cool. I like him, actually. So then the news get news of what Charlie's been up to. They roll on out, they do some interviews, and it gets the mayor's attention, because they've got Prancer up in the animal shelter. They're going to kill him.
Yeah.
And the mayor sees on TV, and the mayor's like, no one dies tonight.
Yeah, because it would be a bad look to murder a deer that a kid is calling Prancer on the day of the Prancer celebrations,
It would be a pretty bad idea.
Yeah.
And so, they have to do a prison break then. They're like, all right, great, but Prancer's still locked up. Time for a prison break. And
the prison break, pretty well planned, actually.
I liked it.
It was a good plan.
Because you got Pepsi Man. He's the guard. He's out the front of the pet shelter.
He's like, oh, hi there, kids. What's up?
And they're like, oh, my kitty cat.
Oh, I feel bad for you, but I'm just working here to guard the deer. I can't really allow you to go back there.
I'm a spoiled kid and it's Christmas. Let me in, cunt.
Well, I don't want to hear your voice anymore, so go ahead.
Yeah. So then they go inside, but then they're like, hey, Mr. Man, look, someone's taking the Prancer.
Well, did you become Italian while you were in the back there?
Mamma mia, someone's stealing the Prancer.
Oh, mamma mia, there's someone stealing the Prancer.
You will make fun of my accent, sir.
Yeah, fuck you, kid. All right. Oh, no, holy crap. That looks like a deer figure on the back of a ute driving away. I better go quickly catch that.
It happens to be still, but who cares? Let's go after it.
I mean, I only got a glimpse of it for 2 seconds, but I mean, if that was the real Prancer, time is of the essence, so I better call my superior and the cops.
And the cops and head out on a chase. Now, I'm the DJ of the movie. What's the best song to play for the chase? You might be thinking some drum and bass.
Yeah.
You might be thinking a little bit of I Need a Hero. Oh, the song Popcorn. No, instead I'm going to play.
It was very dramatic, this classical music. Yeah, like, their plan's fine. These kids distract the guard with someone running off, and he, like, chases after him in a van. He gets to him, and then the old man's like, oh, is there a problem? And he reveals, oh, of course, it isn't the real Prancer. It is the Prancer figurine that they're going to hang up for the Prancer celebrations. Right. And then he's like, hey, random guy who followed us, you want to help us hook this up? And the guard is like, Sure.
That's not what he would do. He would go back to his post.
Yeah, or
unless he was a little soy boy. More soy boys in this town. Everyone's a bloody soy boy.
What is with you and soy boys?
I don't know. That's an old meme, too.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's because the deer drank all the milk.
Oh,
there's no real milk left in the town. They have to drink soy milk.
Soy boys.
That cow's been barren for years. They got to drink soy milk. They're all soy boys.
I didn't even know soy boy was a thing. I think it was like Internet Common Etiquette did a video on it.
Yes,
and
correct.
I was like, what the fuck is this? People are dumb.
Oh, really? Yeah. Wow, that was the first time you heard of soy boys. Was watching. He's great.
Eric. I like him.
I do like Eric as well. Anyway,
the Prancer's free, but the man who knocks has arrived, and no, I don't mean
shit.
Walter White.
Walter White's here. He's like, I'm gonna give this fucking deer some fucking crystal meth.
That would explain why everything was blue earlier.
Oh yeah, they're all on crystal meth.
He cooks blue meth up in his meth lab. Anyway, they send the dogs on him. 2 dogs run out.
What a rat. Like, during the scene, it made no sense. It makes sense, the rest of the scene, except for why the dogs... They're 2 dogs at the pound, and they just go after the bad guy. Why?
Yes.
Because the movie says so.
The movie says so. Also, who let them out? The brother who left to Chicago to be with his dad.
Oh, he's back!
He's back. He saw on the news. He came back.
Yeah, because he saw his brother on the news, and he was like, I'm going to come back.
You know what would have been good? Is if the dad also came with him and was like, you know what, sorry, son. But no, Mr. Knock ends up in a cage for some fucking reason. I don't know, man.
Yeah. And then they go release Prancer.
They release him at the ridge.
Yeah, they run into the mum, and the mum's like, oh, and there's a bit of a standoff, and then she's like, oh, we better go release Prancer. And they're like, yay!
That's right.
And then Prancer grows horns and flies off to meet up with Santa.
Yeah, now in the first movie... Prancer doesn't fly. Prancer kind of runs off. They lose track of him.
Yeah.
And they're like, Prancer's gone free. And then they go and follow his footsteps, and it's like the footsteps are leading up towards like the cliff. And they're like, whoa, Prancer couldn't have fallen down there. He'd be dead. He must be flying. And then Santa's thing comes across. Right.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense in a world without CGI as to how they did it.
In this movie, though...
Yeah, we see our glorious reindeer fly off into the sunset in a blurry manner and join up with Santa, who is a black silhouette...
Riding on a comet, by the way.
Riding on a comet. Santa has like a comet, which is one of the reindeer's names, I'll point out. So maybe...
It's called Comet.
But yeah, they fly around, and then in the next scene, the one where you're supposed to see like the reindeer flying around, like the townsfolk see the reindeer.
Yeah, they
just see this giant glowing comet go past, and they're like, oh! I was like, wait, is that a firework that they just launched, or is that Santa? It was Santa. Look, I don't mean to criticize Santa's magic. It can do whatever it wants. It was just a bit weird that was the depiction they went with.
It was very odd. Can we stop talking about Prancer now? We've done the plot.
Yeah.
This movie was... The thing is, like, it's not a bad movie.
It was thoroughly mediocre.
If I saw this as a kid, I probably would have been like, yeah, right. I'm gonna give this... I mean, it's an oldie.
It's an oldie, yeah. It's an oldie for sure.
It's not, like, as bad as that Witcher movie.
I enjoyed the Witcher movie more, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm giving it an oldie. You're giving it an oldie.
It's an oldie.
And here's what I'm doing to the DVD.
Oh, savage. You're going to have to pick that up afterwards.
I will have to. Yeah. Let's go to an ad and then I'll pick it up.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, it's so heavy!
Hey all you guys, gals and non-binary pals.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Maddie, and we're the hosts of WTF is Happening.
Australia's #1 pop culture podcast, as voted by our mums.
We're here to be your weekly 60-minute pop culture catch-up.
You can expect stories from our personal lives that basically guarantee we'll never get a date.
Legendary guest interviews where we find out which cultural moments shaped their lives.
And honestly, just a touch of, like, chaotic, frantic energy.
Now, as soon as you're done with the iconic podcast you're listening to right now...
Go and listen and subscribe to us.
Agreed.
Cute.
Alright, well, now that that's done, there isn't any sequels to Prancer.
What a Christmas miracle that is.
There's no... Well, there is something that came out this year called Prancer: A Christmas Tale. 10-year-old Gloria and her recently widowed grandfather Bud befriend a mysterious reindeer. When the family gather for Christmas, Bud comes to believe that Prancer may be magical, but Gloria fears his theory will send him straight to a retirement home.
Hell yeah. See, that's the sort of plot, right? Yeah, because it makes sense to not be like, oh yeah, it's Prancer. No, the first thought is, oh yeah, they're insane.
My dad's gone crazy.
That makes way more sense.
Yeah, this came out this year. I'll never watch it. It's not even out yet. It's out in like 9 days.
Well, that makes sense because that's closer to December.
It's closer to
but
Christmas.
Also, I kind of want to watch it.
No.
You don't have to watch it.
I won't.
You've already done 2 Prancer movies, but I haven't.
What?
And for dedication to the podcast, I feel like I need to watch this movie.
If you want.
I might, for the meme.
Alright.
I'm saying that knowing that I have barely any time to do it. I still haven't finished the Lord of the Rings series yet. And they're an hour a fucking episode.
More than that. They're more than an hour each episode, but yeah.
Jeez.
We might be doing more Christmas movies this year, so when we do, I guess you get to watch Prancer 2022.
Yeah. I'll try and see if I can fit that in. That'd be good.
But let's come up with our own sequel, and it's not just going to be a sequel, it's going to be a crossover with a movie we've done on the podcast. I'm going to get a random number, and that number is going to tell me which episode we're crossing it over with.
Just saying, in Beauty and the Beast, what do they do with the old man when he's like, oh, there's a beast in the castle? They're like, oh, jail him up. He's a crazy old man. Everybody hates him.
That's right. Oh my god, I just did the random number generator. It gave me number 29.
29.
And do you know what? All throughout watching Prancer Returns, I was like, this feels like a certain film we did during our first year.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The movie Lassie, which I got on a DVD.
No!
And
you said that all the time, because there is literally a moment, but the deer's like, quick, you need to follow me. Little Timmy's fallen down a cliff,
Cliff, yeah.
No, you did not pull Lassie.
Well, then random number generator pulled Lassie out.
Wow. I saw your reaction. I was like, what movie is that reaction for? He got Lassie.
Lassie.
Okay, well, this is pretty simple, right? Prancer is the Lassie of this film, right?
No, Prancer and Lassie team up.
Holy
That's what I
shit.
think it should be.
Do you know what it is?
What?
And in the end...
It doesn't even matter.
No, just shut up. Lassie also flies.
Oh my god! Lassie joins Santa Claus!
Yeah, but just for, 1 year. Because, Prancer gets sick or something at the end.
Yeah.
At the crescendo of the movie, there's, a moment where it's like, oh, all hope is lost because, Prancer hurts their leg.
Yes.
But they were doing it, saving Timmy, right?
No, I've got it. Prancer hurts his leg.
Yeah.
And someone else needs to take his spot for Christmas
Yeah, exactly.
Eve.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then... Lassie
takes it up.
At the end there, Lassie grows horns. I knew you would frown at that
Gross.
one. And then flies up, and Lassie leads. Well, doesn't lead because obviously Rudolph is the leader, but is in the pack. And then the movie ends with them opening presents, and the kid's like, "Oh man, but I still miss our dog that jumped off a cliff."
And then Lassie shows up and is like,
I'm here, hello, I can talk now.
What the
no,
fuck?
he can't talk. He can't talk.
But you hear a scratching at the door, which happens at the start, but with Prancer. It's a callback to Prancer, and then Prancer perks up in the living room and is like, "Arr!" And then they're like, "Huh? What's that, Prancer?"
So if this is Prancer Returns again, Prancer 3, that's my phone. I'm fucking
I could feel that through the fucking...
Prancer 3, Prancer Returns again. We need a combination between the family dynamic of the first film and the second film. So, our main character, let's call her Millie. Mm-hmm. She went to live with... her parents got divorced. Mm-hmm. She went to live with her mum. Her mum then died, so she's back with her dad.
Counterpoint, she went with the dad because the mum's an alcoholic.
Now she's back with the mum.
Who is still an alcoholic.
Ooh, that spices things. She's on the eggnog all night.
Yeah. And so the kid actually has to take care of the mum.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? The mum's allergic to the dog.
The mum's allergic to the dog. She's allergic to Lassie. But when Lassie comes over and is like, woof, woof, you're mine now. The mum's like... oh my god, I need to stop drinking because drinking makes you allergic.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The allergies were caused by...
The alcohol.
That is so dumb.
She's
but it's
cured by the
perfect.
power of Christmas and being sober.
Yeah, but it turns out, like, the doctors inform her, oh, yeah, your allergies are caused by your lack of immune system.
Yes. And we see Santa Claus in this one, and yeah, he's a bull man. He looks like the Minotaur.
What?
He's a Minotaur.
Why? How do we see him? Explain the scene where this is revealed.
Lassie is recruited, and we follow Lassie's point of view for a scene for Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And that is the movie Prancer Returns,
Yep.
and Lassie's there too.
Yep.
It's the name of the movie.
Prancer Returns and Lassie's there too.
Yep.
It's time for Prancer Reviews.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bow.
Oh, wow. I love our backing track that we've just got in for this episode. That was really good.
Yes, it's the Axel Foley theme. Reviews.
All right. It's the part of the show where I get Prancer Reviews and only Prancer Reviews.
Yes.
These reviews, of course, coming from Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh.
Where I haven't gone for the critic score because there's only 2 of them.
They're stinky, stinky doo-doos.
And also, they were fully positive.
Yeah, they were quite boring.
Very boring. There weren't many other reviews for it on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oops.
But I've got my favorite 5.
Your favorite 5, and one of them is going to be written by you, sir.
Yeah, for a bonus point. And I'm
bonus
sure
point.
you won't figure out
we're going
which
to put it on the
one's
DVD.
mine.
I'm going to put a copy. I'm going to... I'll get a texture. I'll draw it on the cover.
Nice.
Your review.
Oh,
Maybe.
my one's... yeah, my one's a little long to put on the...
Okay,
thing.
alright.
Spoiler. We have Curtsy. I would like to preface this with this is all caps.
Fuck, alright.
Watched it for a couple of minutes, wasn't interested.
Whoa, Kirsty.
Not interested.
Not interested.
Not interested.
interested. If you didn't finish the movie, you don't give it a rating. You didn't finish it. Oh my.
She barely even started it. She wasn't interested.
Barely.
Now, what did she expect starting this film? Like, what was she going in? She looked at this and it's like, oh, this Prancer movie is going to be an epic action
be
film. And it
fucking great.
starts, and then you see this kid running around. I'm like, this isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah, I don't know what she was thinking, but either way, I know what she is thinking, and that is a 0.5 rating.
It's a 1 out of 5.
Fuck!
She didn't watch the film.
God
she
damn
watched
it.
only 5 minutes of this film. She's rated it a 1 out of 5. Shigale
Yep.
says, what a hot man he is.
Which one? Prancer?
No, not Prancer.
The boy? Charlie?
No, it'd be one of the love interests.
Which one?
Probably Adam Sandler. He
Oh,
was
Adam
kinda
Sandler,
hunky.
David Arquette. Yeah, he's a hot
You
boy.
get it.
How many?
He's got that dad vibe. Look, the most realistic part of Prancer is the fact that the mum wanted to bang the good guy, because he did give off a nice dad vibe.
He gave off a nice vibe. He got along with Charlie pretty well. It was a good fun
I
time.
would say, what a hot man he is.
No, because it's winter. It's cold.
Yeah, but he's making it hot.
Oh my.
He's heating up the eggnog, if you know what I'm saying.
Bow. 4.
Oh, you were so close. It was 3.5.
3.5.
It was a good guess, though. That was very close.
I was
very
almost
close.
there. I was
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
there.
All right. Brian said, didn't like this one. ...
What
Nope.
dots?
That's for sure.
Okay. I feel like 1, because if it was 0.5, they'd be like, I hated it, did I? ... Yes, I did.
Yeah,
Fuck this movie.
Yeah, it'd be like, watched it for a couple of minutes, wasn't interested.
Exactly.
That sounds like a 0.5.
That's a 0.5, yeah.
No, this is a 1.5.
Oh, slightly more positive.
Yeah, you were close.
Oh, I've
It-
lost my Okay, for
I
this
mean,
next
to be
one,
fair, these
I
reviews
call,
are terrible.
I call upon the Christmas magic. Make my next one be good.
John says, nothing like the original. Cringeworthy celluloid.
Fucking film, bro.
To be fair, I said it like
film,
that.
bro.
I could say it like a normal. Nothing like the original. Cringeworthy celluloid.
No, the fact that he said celluloid makes him a film, bro.
Yep.
That's my rules.
Yep.
0.5.
It is 0.5,
Yes!
the magic of Christmas.
The magic of Christmas!
It didn't fail you.
Imbued in my bones!
All right. And
I've lost it. It's gone.
Yeah, the magic of Christmas. Oh, I'm telling you, it's gone because April, everybody's favorite April, says, question is, who is the mother dear? Like, is Santa letting him bang on the down low? Are there other illegitimate prancers out there in the world?
The mother dear is Santa. Santa gave birth to Prancer Jr. And also, that gets I don't fucking know. I'm guessing 2 out of 5.
It's 5 out of 5.
What the fuck?
Guess which one's my one?
I want to say the last one.
It is the last one. I put it 5 out of 5 just to fuck you up. Get wrecked, nerd.
Well, there we go. That is the episode of Prancer Returns, and I never want to return to this movie.
I might return to a different Prancer.
You might.
But by saying that, I'm locking it in, and I feel like I shouldn't because I am regretting that, perhaps.
You are. Prancer, I barely rammed her.
Whoa!
What does that mean?
Barely rammed?
Anyway, that's the episode. If you liked this horrible movie episode, thank you for listening and putting up with it. We're on iTunes and Spotify and Google and YouTube if you want to drop a comment or give us a review. Really helps get the show out in front of more people. We've got an email, oldiebuddygoodypod@gmail.com. It's pronounced like that whenever you type it into. You've got to be like Gmail. At oldiebuddygoodypod on Instagram and Facebook and patreon.com/oldiebuddygoodypod if you want bonus and ad-free episodes.
I love a good boner.
Well, we are doing Jesus Christ, the Vampire Hunter.
That sounds like a good bonus.
It's out right now, and it is a bonerific bonus episode.
Yep, you could say that.
Anyway, that's up, and Abraham Lincoln next this week, and then I think Friday the 13th. We're starting our mega series.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that very soon, so that'll be fun.
That will be fun. Kevin Bacon's in it, the first one.
I like Bacon Boy.
Yeah.
Sandra, you have to tell me some films.
I guess I've got to continue the podcast.
Yep. You've got to do the episode next week.
All right. Well, you've got 4 options sitting in front of me, and you got to pick one.
All right. Tell me these options, and I'm not vengeful at all for making you watch fucking Prancer.
Yeah.
It was bad.
You're going to get your revenge?
I wouldn't say that.
All
but
right.
Continue.
Well, you've got The Affair of the Necklace.
All right, what's the next film?
It's a historical drama about the events that led to the French Revolution.
Oh, that doesn't sound as bad as I thought it was.
It wasn't a werewolf.
Yeah.
You've got
What?
Behind Enemy Lines.
Yep.
War movie with
yeah.
Owen Wilson about
that's
a naval officer who uncovers genocide during the Bosnian War.
Yeah, I think that one's a good film.
Oh, it's like middling reviews,
Yeah.
but people who like it love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got Texas Rangers Western set after this American Civil War. A bunch of youngsters take the law into their hands as they try to rid the West of criminals.
Yep.
It stars a whole bunch of young heartthrobs from 2001.
Ooh, sexy.
And you've got Trouble Every Day. I don't know what that voice was. Two American newlyweds in Paris experience a love so strong it almost devours them.
Okay, so all these options are awful.
Pretty
Good
bad. I
Lord.
mean, the war one, but you know.
Yeah, that one sounds all right. But hear me out, Sandro. How many westerns have we done this
Every
year?
fucking time we do a western,
Yeah.
it's a bad thing because it's not from the good western times.
Yeah. But hear me out, Sandro. We did a Christmas movie in November. You fuck.
Oh no.
How about we do a western in
The
November?
last western we did was like that TV movie one.
Oh, God, that was bad.
It was not very good.
And how about we keep that doing? I mean, how bad could this film be, Sandra? How bad could it be?
We'll find out next week.
Yeah, that's right, we will.
Oh, an oldie but a goodie. Texas Rangers.
Bow, 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 bow.
That's next week. Let's wrap it up with the best quote from Prancer Returns and get the fuck out of here so I can throw the DVD in the bin.
Yeah.
And my favourite quote is, I can't trust anyone over 9. And you're not my father! Great out of context, I think.
Yeah. My favorite quote is, Walter. All right, you see, Prancer, he was a Christmas tree decoration that fell from the ceiling, and then he's crashed, and his father's died. He's actually Prancer Jr., and we need to raise him up and feed him some sort of Christmas-themed food so that he can be ready to join Santa on Christmas Eve to then fly and give people presents. If we don't, Christmas is ruined for everyone, and we have to make sure my mum doesn't find out because she'll euthanize this deer or something.
Oh my god, we better call Saul. This kid is breaking bad right now.
Hey! The correct answer was, Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
You didn't say bitch once in that sentence, so I didn't know that it was Jesse.
I didn't say bitch enough. Well, I've been trying to take out the bitches, you know?
I'm sure you have.